Alright guys, in today's Paragon showcase, we have one for the Monkey Ace. It's called the Never Missing Sky Shredder. Sarbama Crosspath, crying in a corner right now. But either way, let's read the description. If only the Bloons knew what was about to hit them. Once again, very informative description, and also, take a look at the retail price, just a measly $1.3 million. Should be easily affordable in this boss game I have here. Currently, we're set up to be very close to tier 3, so I'm hoping I can afford it, well, by selling a few farms here. Now, I should mention that I did see the previous video on my Paragon mod, saying that, or people prefer to see the solo tests with the Paragons instead, or at least it was kind of a mix. I think a lot of people were leaning towards preferring the logs tests, and honestly, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna compromise. There's nothing stopping us from doing both. So after this test, after I beat all 5 tiers of Lich here, I'm gonna show you guys it on logs. So we're gonna do 2-1 for this one. Now let's just make sure I can afford it first, since in this boss battle, it was pretty hard to save up for, well, 1.4 million by round 80. Looks like I'm very close, so let me just sell a few more. Just need to sell 100k of stuff, and yeah, this will probably be like a very low degree. It's got 200k pops right now on the Spectre. I think that's the most pops, yeah. The other ones I didn't really get much on, but yeah. Who's ready to see the Never Missing Shredder? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now, I do have the Instant Degree mod enabled, but I'm not going to enable it. Looks like it ended up being Degree 1, which I think, I guess it would have been Degree 1 without the Instant Degree mod enabled, but either way, yeah. Hopefully it's good enough, because the thing is, Sky Shredder is a pretty good mob damager. Also, do you have Wing Monkey? That would be really nice. Unfortunately, we don't. So I'm just gonna leave it center path, I guess. Yeah, it's not so bad. Actually, does it really matter when all the darts pretty much seek? After all, it is a Never Missing Sky Shredder, and yeah. It looks like they are indeed seeking. Every single dart is seeking. So it is gonna hit the Lich at some point. Now, as for the damage, how is it? It seems, well, pretty good. I think it's easier to know the exact power by comparing it, you know, the damage with another Paragon on the field. Because I feel like the Dart Monkey Paragon would take it down nearly as fast. I don't know. Although I think for $1.4 million, I'm pretty sure this guy does go a little bit faster. So there is Degree, or Tier 3, done pretty simply. Alright, and here is Tier 4. First off, I'm not going to drop anything else other than the Brittle, the Glue Storm, and the Curve Moab. The, you know, damage givers to other Bloons. If it does seem like we're going to be in trouble, though, then I'll make sure to upgrade to a Dart Paragon as soon as possible. But right now, it looks like, no, this Never Missing Shredder is doing pretty good. Like, the fact that it already got, you know, 1 damage phase that quickly, yeah, it's looking pretty nice. I think it might have to do with the fact that there's so many darts, and I assume each dart has, you know, not too much damage. So adding, you know, what is this, plus 11 to every dart there, well, it will add up over time, would it not? Although, let's not forget the fact that all Paragons have extra boss damage inherently, so it might, maybe the damage givers aren't really doing very much, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really strong. Regardless, I think we can solo it, yeah, so I guess Tier 5 is when we're gonna be able to compare the damage. Now it's time for a review. Do you guys think this Paragon mod is accurate to what an Ace Paragon should be? Well, I feel like they got 2 out of 3 pads, you know, predicted, or rather, included in this Paragon. Just like in the name of the mod, or the Paragon, there is no element of the Ground Zero, the Sarbama. Makes sense that Seeking, of course, makes sense that shooting all those missiles from the big plane, but there is no Ground Zero. All I see is hypersonic pineapples, which I guess would be a decent addition. But yeah, the lack of a nuke is the only glaring omission. And that and the Wing Monkey, but that's not really a super big deal. Now, I'm just going to move this Brittle down here with the Chinook, just so that I can give it extra damage. And yeah, so like a Tier 4 Lich will be a pretty easy kill. And now over onto Tier 5. We're almost assuredly going to need some help here. But for now, let's just take a look at or see how far it gets initially. No, that's pretty slow, alright. So let's go for a Dart Paragon first off. If we need more than that, then of course, we'll keep dropping stuff. So here we go. What degree is this Dart Monkey? 20. So it looks like the instant degree is working, as in if you don't click the OK button, it'll come out as the degree that it should be. By the way, I have that enabled just for the next test, which will be on logs. But obviously, I don't want to cheat and get a degree 100 for free in this one. But yeah, let's compare the damage, shall we? It may be a little bit inaccurate because it's still balloon spawning from the, round 121. But let's see. About tens of thousands per second with the Dart Monkey here. Keep in mind that the damage goes up a lot, depending on how it bounces. So it might be very variable. But that being said, this thing definitely seems to be doing, well, consistently higher damage, which is not surprised. This thing is like, what, 5 times cheaper? The fact that this has already done 3 million is already pretty good in it of himself. But it looks like we're going to need another Paragon, because look, it's getting pretty far, and we're only a quarter of the way through. So let me just get an Ascendant Shadow. But yeah, don't forget a big perk of the never missing Shredder is that placement doesn't matter, because first off, range is infinite, and second off, every dart will seek. So, yeah. Unlike a Dart Monkey, which again, even though it has good range, it will probably not be attacking for a little bit here. And as well, again, as I said, the bouncing off walls is very important. The amount of damage it does will widely vary depending on how it shoots, what angle it shoots at. So I think an easier way to test the damage is just by looking at a certain point in time. So we'll start here. So 1.5 million the Ninja, 6 million on Dart, and 28 million on the Ace. We'll take a look at how much damage they have once we pop this. Actually, will we pop this is the question. Because we're only halfway, and this Lich is pretty far off from being killed still. I feel like the last skull, or the last soul, will be kind of scary. You see, it takes some time to kill it. Like, holy crap. It still took off 27 lives. Even with all 3 Paragons absolutely pummeling that soul. Perhaps we shouldn't have neglected the Boomerang Paragon, so let me just quickly get that one up. Maybe it's the fact that degree 1 is just, so much worse than degree 100s, but yeah. Even then, I feel like, I don't know, the Paragons, they should do the job that they're supposed to do, which is against bosses. Yeah, this one's gonna be close, guys. This is the second last Lich Soul, and you see we pop it only about here, so, oh boy. We gotta burst this next phase down, otherwise, it's gonna be game over. Yeah, not really much I can do here. I'm gonna move the Brittle one last time, though, just so it could, get the damage buff on the Lich Soul, but it might miss. Either way, let's find out here, guys. Here we go. 400k damage. Can we do before it exits? If not, then rip us. But luckily, we clutched up. Now, it's not over yet, though, because we still gotta do 3 million damage before this thing exits. So hopefully we can clutch up. Feel like we'll be fine, especially with this guy giving global range, and probably doing the most damage. Again, I said to take a look, or count from before. It got 9 million since I last looked at it. This got about 5 million. This went up about, not bad, about 8 million. So honestly, price-wise, I think this is kind of expensive. Regardless, looks like we have popped Tier 5 Lich, and gone. GG's to that, and on to the next test. So this one's going to be degree 1, similar to the power that we saw in the first boss test. And we're going to start around 140 just to see what it's got. Let's begin. And right off the bat, yeah, round 40 is definitely way too early round to start out, because, yeah, the fact that you can kill an F bad, only 1 curve in, yeah, I don't know if that's legal. This might be another one of those situations where 300 rounds of Challenge Editor may not even be enough for degree 100, because again, degree 100 is just so many times more powerful because you get almost double the attack speed, double the damage, double the everything, basically. I think our best bet here is skipping forward a lot, and even then, even on round 140, you don't see a single thing getting even close to a quarter of the track. I think we ought to just skip almost to round 200 here, so let's see how it does against this round first off. Looks like Badger finally getting, some point in the track. But even then, the thing is that because all the darts seek, the Bads will be doing about equal damage throughout the track. Although I see the problem now. The problem is coming from the DTs that spawn. I don't know if the darts can't hit DTs or what. They probably can, right? But they seem to be getting much further than everything else. And in fact, yeah, we almost died there. Might have seen a ceramic hit the spike pop for a brief moment. Actually, I don't see any reason the darts or the bombs should have, you know, not have full DT bomb power, because if you recall, the big plane and the Sky Shredder both pop it, so it might just be the speed of it, and we don't have enough to slow it down. For those wondering, no, I will not drop anything other than this Paragon, just to, well, keep it consistent with all the tests I'm doing, even though this is a mod. I don't know, just my game, my tests, my rules, you know the saying. And looks like 199 is done, and here we go, round 200. So, yeah, I'm just gonna first off leave a Figure Infinite, because I'm gonna assume the pineapples don't do too much damage. So I'm not missing out on too much by not doing Optimal Ace Micro. That being said, it's looking like we can pop this down pretty quickly. Well, pretty good for at least round 200. Let's see it pop, and oh boy, 45 DTs were kind of tight. I think the one problem is that the, what do you call it, the missiles. I don't know how much damage to do again relative to darts. It's impossible to test, especially when it's doing this much damage. The thing is that doesn't seek, so inherently, multiple bats will be a little bit tougher to beat than just one alone. That's why the second one is taking a little bit longer to pop. And in fact, we lost. So, let's see if there's anything I can do here. Well, guys, I don't know if there's really anything I can do at this point. I tried to change center pathing so that, you know, I would be able to target the second bat a little bit more than the last, but something it's bombing up about the same time, and I still cannot beat those FDTs. Way too fast, way too much HP. I think we're gonna have to call it there for the degree 1. I do believe it might be possible, though, if you're a god gamer at Ace Micro, but I'm gonna admit, I'm not. I'm far from that, so let's move on to degree 100. So here we go, degree 100, let's set it, and play the round. Again, as if it works the way every other Paragon works, then it should be no difficulty at all. And we should breeze through 100. And in fact, you can already see like the amount of darts it's shooting. Just that alone can tell us that this is going to be a very easy round. In case you guys don't know, every Paragon follows the same formula in terms of scaling from degree 1 and 100 on top of boss damage. That's why I mentioned earlier that, well, all the Paragons had a lot of boss damage. Even the mono ones at that. So yeah, I feel like this might be a bit of a lag machine late game. Like, you're only gonna get this if you absolutely need to, because, I mean, the amount of projectiles on the screen, guys, it's gonna be hard to see, especially if you get every other Paragon on top of that. Alright, fast forwarding over to round 234, and it still looks like we're going pretty strong. I don't think we have enough to tank to make it to 300, though, because I'm pretty sure that the other modded Paragons, I think it was, what was it, the Tac Paragon, the Darling Paragon, those that got to 300, they were doing a lot better relative to the Ace as of this round, but my memory may be a little bit fuzzy, so I could be wrong about that. But on top of that, I think a recent update made it so that the Freeplay ramping got even more insane on at least around 250 plus, so yeah, on that round you should start seeing, I don't know, a faster struggle, I suppose. Right now, see FBAT's getting nearly halfway. I expect by 250 to get past halfway, and we probably won't survive too much longer than that. But that's all I know. The scaling is just insane now at late game. NK's making it harder and harder to get further and further into late game, which makes sense because, like, every Paragon they release, obviously the max rank you push it to will be just a teeny bit higher, even though the Paragons can't be buffed then, so their overall damage compared to the rest of tabs that could be max buffed isn't going to add too much to your max potential. I don't know. I'm not sure the reason why NK makes Freeplay harder and harder to achieve. I'm not sure the reason, other than maybe they don't want people leaving the PCs on for 5 days straight. You know, good guy NK, looking out for everybody's PCs, making sure they last longer, because that's totally how it works. So anyways, welcome to round 251, ladies and gents. Here is where the scaling gets even more intense. Looks like, yeah, FBAD's, as I said, on this round, about halfway. But even if it gets only halfway, it's definitely the DT insides, or the bat insides that are going to kill us, because you saw those EGs just whizzed on by. I guess in that case, I think it is very important to have good targeting. So right now, center path is going to be bad, because it still takes time for darts to travel to DDTs, so you'd want the darts to spawn close to the exit, so to have the highest chance of surviving. At least I think that's how it's gonna go. Like, let's take this round, for example. There's like, holy crap, 3 F-pads. Watch this one. I'm gonna change it to infinite. I think that's the best place to leave it on. Have darts be closer to the exits. Looks like we popped that one, but the second one's gonna be rough. Just watch it. You probably wouldn't even see it spawn. Actually, we popped it pretty quickly. So that's good. And how about this last one here? You saw? If you look closely or slow down, those DTs got pretty darn close. Closest it's been so far. This round perhaps, there's, what, 5 fortified DTs we had to deal with this round? That one got even closer than the other round. And I bet this next one will be even closer. In fact, wow, we almost died. We almost died to that one too. I don't know how we survived. I'm pretty sure I saw a balloon sneak by. 258 now, we gotta be reaching close to our limit. Yeah, this is definitely the furthest they've gone, and yeah, looks like we elite not only Moabs, but DTs too. Well, folks, one more try here. If we die, we die. Again, not much else I can really change, aside from doing godlike ace macro. But boy, it would have been nice to have maybe an ability I could work with so that I could, you know, pull some epic nuke timing, but it looks like that's the end, guys. Round 258 for the 300 Ace Paragon. And so that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I believe there's one more mod Paragon left in this mod pack, so stay tuned if you want to catch some of that. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.